are making disposable or washable tampons out of a t-shirt. Because we're in hard times, everybody's stranded in their homes for the coronavirus, and we're on quarantine. So some people may not have exactly what they need. I have 4 girls in my house that need tampons right now. So when the store is out, we've got a problem. So here is an idea on how to do that. I have another video that shows you how to do it with like cotton or flannel, or so like an old dress shirt or something that you could use, anything that kind of absorbs moisture. So today I'm using just an old t-shirt that somebody grew out of, and some people like to have an applicator, so I'm showing you with this, and also so you can make yours match what you need. So, and then you will need some string and a pair of scissors. The reason for the applicator, well, because you can reuse the applicator if you'd like, but if you have a tampon at home that is the size you need, the brand you prefer and everything, because they are not all the same size, then you can use it to measure, okay, I want it this long. Now width, it doesn't really matter to me like this way how fat that is, but how long this is, because I want my tampon to fit in that applicator. So I realize I want about 1.5 inches. So the first thing I'm going to do on my fabric, on my shirt, is to cut off the hem at the bottom. And of course I've washed this, but if you are worried about chemicals or anything in it, then use vinegar in your washing machine. Let's see, it goes in the rinse cycle. So like you would do your, what is that stuff called? Fabric softener. So like your fabric softener, because it will help to rinse all the soap residue and stuff out of your shirt. So then I'm going to measure on my board that I want about 1.5 inches wide. Actually, you know what? I should have got my rolly cutter out for this. But since not everybody has one, that's actually a good thing. So here I'm lining up on an edge here, and then I can see that it's about 1.5 inches wide. It does not have to be perfect. So I'm just going to cut 1.5 inches wide. And then I see that there's a tag there, and I do not want any tags in my tampon. So then I'm going to cut a thread the same size as this one. So I'm going to lay it out here, see, okay, how long is that? And I need it to be twice as long as that. You may have to mess with your preferences on what the string is. The first time I ever did it, I used a synthetic string, not thinking, and I could not stand the feel of that thing. Oh my goodness. So cotton works really good. There's hemp string. You don't want it to be too thin. This is an embroidery thread, which is usually, it's a pretty good thickness. I like to walk through the store and touch. So I go to like Joann's or Walmart down their aisle that would have those things, and I touch it to see what it feels like and if I think I could stand it. So then you cut it, and then I'm putting it through the fabric because these two things have to be able to hold on to it and pull it out when you're all done with it. So I make sure it's wrapped around the fabric. So see, it's holding that fabric like that. And then it's very important that this part, that those pieces stay together. So we tie a knot in it at the very end so it's not irritating. So we tie a knot in it. And then when we fold, we need to fold from this end where the string is, needs to be in the middle, not on the outside. It turns out really weird if you have it on the outside when it comes time to pull it out. So, so lay it all out flat. And if you need to cut them different lengths for a small, medium, or large tampon, you can. But then all you do is roll it. And then it is ready to be inserted. Now this actually rolled up. I didn't check this fabric before I did it because I wanted to demo it for you. That is a super, guys. That will not even fit in my applicator. But hey, if you need one that big, so because we don't need one that big necessarily, we could decide to take this and we could cut it off here if I want it to fit in my applicator. And then for ease of doing it, I really like to fold it so I'm not rolling for 3 days. And the tighter you roll it, the better the results are in the end. Now, kind of a trick with this, I don't know if any of you have ever reacted to tampons and it just feels dry, even just in the beginning. So like a teenager that's just barely started their period and they only spot or bleed just a little tiny bit, we found it was really handy to dampen this. So before you even roll it up, go dampen it a little in the sink and wring it out. Just make it damp. And then you insert it, and it still serves the same purpose. You don't make a big mess, you don't anything, but you can, see it's still a little bit too big, but I can always cut more off of that. So, but yeah, dampen it if that is something that you need. And see, look at that. That is just awesome. You can pull it and you'll be able to take it out. And these, because t-shirts do not fray on the edge, you could actually wash this thing and use it again if you want to. I have never done that, because cleanliness, I just don't know what I think of that, but I've heard they do cloth diapers and everything, so you could, but this is totally disposable, especially if you have a rag bag like so many people do. This is a literal rag. Thank you so much for joining us, and I hope that works for you. Thanks.